had to rebuild my life. I am not staying in LA. I was only in LA for you. And I would like some money to be able to go back to Miami and establish myself because I came here for you. Hello, friends. Welcome back. We're Black and Curious. I'm Candrin.
What up, what up? It is Dehjai, and happy calendar new year.
Yeah, Happy New Year. Happy New Year for all. So we thought we would just come back to you with a roundup of
All
mess.
the shit that we missed during the
A pop culture roundup. Get down in the comments, let us know if we missed anything, and we will certainly cover it on the next one. If this is your fare, if you've never been here before, first of all, welcome. We do a cross-section of pop culture in real life. So if that's your fare, go ahead and subscribe. We do some reality recaps, and we talk about some real life stuff too. So go ahead and subscribe to us.
Please do.
All right, let's do our little pop culture happy hour breakdown shenanigans.
Girls. Well, the first thing that came out that I was not expecting, and I think I put this on the shorts, was that damn Jonathan Majors case and him being found guilty.
Yeah.
I was not prepared for that. I really thought, based upon excuse me, y'all, I am still sick. I promise you, I've been sick for 2 months. This is some bullshit. But anyway, I really did not think that they was gonna find that man guilty. I think what got him in the end was the previous text messages that his attorney basically released that made him look guilty. So it was giving very much if I had done it. Like, shout out to yesteryear with OJ Simpson and the like his whole. I think that's where it comes from. If I had done it, yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. I think he wrote a book called If I Had Done It or If I Had Done It. It was just like, are you out of your mind? Like, you fool. Yeah, the whole Jonathan Majors thing is just weird. And I agree with you that it seems like it was the text from the attorney or the text that the attorney opened the door to that is the issue here. I don't know that otherwise there would have been enough, but it's like, well, he abused her once, so he probably went ahead and there's a pattern of abusive behavior here. And that is what is easy to believe. Whether a jury should do that or not is, they shouldn't. They should look at the facts specifically at hand, but it seemed like it established a pattern of behavior that made it easier to believe her side of the story than his.
And now I wonder if in the next, I know that his lawyer said something about appealing this verdict or whatever, but now I wonder if he's going to fire her and hire someone else, because he probably should. And two, if he is going to potentially sue the girl for damages, lost wages, whatever it's called. You're the attorney, I don't know. Because I'm looking at all the things
What girl?
he lost. His ex-girlfriend.
Why would he? I mean, what is I don't know that he has a claim for that. Like, his bad behavior is what cost him, and ultimately, like, he doesn't have a claim for libel or slander or whatever because it was proven out in court. So he doesn't have a claim to sue about anything.
I don't know.
To me,
I was thinking that in terms of the level of things that he, like the millions of dollars that he lost out in because of this whole predicament over the last 9 months or however long.
I think that would be a more valid claim if he had been found not guilty. But given that he was found guilty, it's like, well, according to the court of law, you did it. And so
I wonder what the precedence is.
These are consequences.
For those, because they didn't find him guilty on the charges that were what was the actual charges? Do you remember? This was like
I don't remember. I haven't been following the story that well, to be honest, but
one thing they found him not guilty for, but then the other thing they did find him guilty for, and I can't remember what that thing was. Y'all get down in the comments and let us know. And then if you too were thinking the same thing, like, does he have a case to sue her for loss of damages and wages and whatever? I'm using all
also in order to like sue her for something. I'm trying to think of what the claim would be. Like, in order to do that, he would have to truly reveal, like, all of that stuff would be coming out in discovery. It's just like when we talked about Diddy and Cassie, why he settled so quickly is because it's like, okay, you can drag this on, but all this stuff's going to come out in discovery. So is that what you want? Do you want to open up your books to the discovery of all of the information of why she isn't, why allegedly she didn't do XYZ, or why she should be held liable for this, or like why she feels like you shouldn't be held liable? The discovery that's going to come out with her defending herself, of saying like,
Why she
no,
should
you
be
were
held
actually a
accountable.
monster. Do you want all that coming out? I don't think you do.
Yeah,
Yeah, think it through.
makes sense.
On the same vein about talking about people perhaps seeking damages that shouldn't, the our favorite Black Bachelorette, Rachel, who ended up marrying Bryan from the show, they have recently announced that they are parting ways, and he is seeking spousal support. And
But he the one that filed for divorce, is he not?
yeah, but that doesn't really matter.
Like, I mean, I'm saying, but like, this is your idea, bitch. Why are you asking me for my monies?
Well, that doesn't matter.
And if they were both on the show, why would he want spousal support from her?
Well, I'm going to explain why, I think.
Okay.
I don't
Right.
know for a fact. I thought it was a weird claim, especially because she isn't working on TV right now. But from what I could tell, right, and I watched the season pretty faithfully. He was a doctor. He was living in Miami. He had, I'm sure, probably his own practice, or he had clients or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And he moved to LA with her in search of her career. And to me, it seems like he's probably saying, like, I had to rebuild my life. I am not staying in LA. I was only in LA for you. And I would like some money to be able to go back to Miami and establish myself because I came here for you.
I mean, in the vein of Mariah Carey for wasting my time,
Yeah.
baby. Okay.
That's what I think is happening. I could be wrong. I have not read anything. I have not seen anything. I don't know anything. But in my opinion, that's the only like valid sort of reason why he would be asking for spousal support, because he has the means to make money, and probably as much or more money than she can make.
Hello? I'm like,
and more consistently than she can make it. But
why wouldn't you just transfer your license to California? Who's to say that you didn't do that?
I'm not sure what that licensure process is, but also I think he's a solo practitioner. So like that's not just transferring your license. Like you have to build clientele and do all of that.
Right.
And if he gave up a practice that was thriving and he was doing well to move out to LA with her and start all over, I don't think it's unreasonable. I don't know if he's going to get it, but I don't think it's unreasonable to ask for money to like reestablish your life. I'm only here for you, and I'm not going to stay here, and I want to go back to what my life was before you. So I'd like you to give me a little money to do so. I don't think that's unreasonable.
I mean, I don't either, but I think I'm just selfish. I'm not in the business of parting with my coins.
Well, yes. So I assume that, well, I should hope that there was a prenup involved, because Rachel is an attorney and her dad is a judge, I think. So I'm hoping that there's some sort of prenup involved that will minimize a lot of messiness in this situation.
I'm about to say, I don't imagine with those factors alone, if she didn't have a prenup, like something in the milk is not clean. Because girl, what? Yeah. All my attorney friends say the same exact thing.
Just so we're clear, I am absolutely team prenup. If you have even just a little piece of something, especially if it is of your own accord, it is of your own earning. If you have a piece of anything, you need a prenup.
Hello.
God bless you. I think we talked about prenups here. I'll link the video above. What else we got?
The next thing on our list, Tasha K and Kevin Hart, is it not?
I don't know why Tasha K does not ever want to have nice things. She does not.
I'm thoroughly confused.
She just can't want to have nice things ever in her life. Like, honest to God, because it's like Cardi is already garnishing YouTube. Cardi has already gone to YouTube and said, please give me absolutely everything this woman earns that I am lawfully entitled to. Now you've picked the fight with the Smiths, with Will and Jada, and they are also probably going to sue her. That could be another discovery issue, like how messy do you want this to get?
Right.
But they're probably also going to sue her, and she's going to have to do something to get to that point and pay some lawyers to get to that point. So it's like, even if they settle or they drop the lawsuit or whatever, the fact of the matter is it's still going to cost you, because you still have to pay lawyers to answer the complaint and defend you, or whatever the case may be.
Okay. So I have a question.
Okay.
And maybe this is just like layman's non-attorney person here, right?
Okay.
As it relates to Tasha K having these people come on and say the slanderous stuff, or not, why would they sue her and not the person that said it? Because shouldn't he be under some sort of contract prior to, if he was the assistant and all these things for all this long?
I mean, listen, there is not just one person to be held accountable.
Okay.
You can sue as many people as you want. And so, yeah, they probably would sue that person. It depends. If they were supposed to be under an NDA, then they could sue them also for breach of contract. I don't know why I can't speak today. But for any sort of, actually I do. I'm doing like a New Year's cleanse, vegetables only, and
you have
hungry. That is why. Anyways, hungry.
I'm about to put out chicken, so I'll be there with you, because that's the majority of my fucking diet.
Yeah. So it could be like a breach of contract claim for that NDA, but it could also be like the libel slander situation, and, you know. And again, there can be co-defendants, and they don't all have to have. I feel like the platform, Tasha K is platforming these people. So, of course, they're going to also sue her, and she's going to have to defend herself. Even if a judge sees fit to drop her out of the case, she's still got to show up to court, and she still has to write the defense of herself, and she's already broke. So now you got Kevin Hart on your ass, too.
When she said it. Okay, so before we get to the Kevin Hart of it all, right? As it relates to, so we support full stands of WineNChill, Stephanie over here.
Stephanie.
And she actually, who's also an attorney, she actually did a breakdown today that was live about this Kevin Hart and Tasha K foolishness. But one thing that she pointed out to me, or not to me, but pointed out to all of us, is that Tasha K has kind of figured out how to avert like having to pay these people, because she's her own boss. So if she does a teaser on YouTube and then funnels you back to her website, like, she's not going to garnish her own wages to pay the debt, right? So she's saying, Stephanie's assertion was that there's probably going to be some new rewriting of bankruptcy laws as it relates to this whole thing, because how do you then go after a person if you're trying to garnish their wages, but they work for themselves? Like the way Cardi did it, yeah, right now you're getting everything that's being funneled into YouTube, but she don't put nothing on YouTube no more, for real. Everything is like 2 and 3 minute snippets of conversations. I don't even think that she does the lives that she used to do, which is what got her in trouble with Cardi in the first place.
Yeah, because they're going to take her money. Like, there is a lien on her YouTube money. So she would be a fool to put anything up there, because it's going immediately to the kids' McDonald's money. Like, no.
Yeah. It's really crazy. But like what she said, I was like, damn, I ain't never think about that. Like, if you work for yourself and then you get sued, you know, by some other person or whatever, you can kind of fend off longer paying that entity their money, because you don't garnish your own wages. Like, how do you, because she was saying that at this point there's not any law stipulated as to how to get that immediate transaction, whereas if you work for whatever major entity and you do X, Y, and Z, then they can garnish your wages through the entity that you work for.
Yes, but if somebody is diligent enough, and granted, I think she's under bankruptcy protection right now, right? She's in bankruptcy.
Yeah, that's why she started talking about it.
Yeah, so that is a wrinkle where she is under bankruptcy protection, but as far as with bankruptcies, you have to disclose every single dollar that you earn. Like you have to disclose where your money is coming from during your bankruptcy.
Okay.
Um, yeah, that's mandatory. Like because they want to make sure A that you should be here, but B like that people are getting paid back what they should be getting paid back. So you have to disclose that money. And ultimately, like right now she's under bankruptcy protection, so nobody's going to be able to touch her money. But eventually she will come out, and then whoever is going after her, they may just, I mean, these are people with a lot of money. They have all the resources. They'll just hire forensic accountants to find out where the money is.
And
Like
then my
you
thing
can't
is like,
hide money.
does interest accrue on top of, is it like student loans? If you don't pay that shit, then your interest just keeps accruing by the day or
I mean,
however.
I would think so. I'm sure it's probably a very low rate, but um yeah. So anyways, you can avoid it. You can kind of go around it, but like that's the problem with fooling around with people that have a lot of money and unlimited resources to burn is like they always have time.
Yeah.
They have lawyers on retainer. They always have time.
Yeah.
Always, always, always have time. They will always go the extra step if you've pissed them off enough. Like
Right.
Cardi is like hire the forensic accountants. Let's find out where the money is. You know what I mean? I actually follow this lady on TikTok. Gosh, I can't remember what her name is. Lauren, the attorney. I love her. She is a divorce attorney in Texas. And she talks about, again, self-employed people trying to hide money when, when it's time for child support, for instance. Like they're trying to hide money, say they're not making but X, Y, and Z. Then you go through, hire a forensic accountant or hire a good accountant to go look through the books. And it's just like, actually, it's over here at your sister's. Do you have to go through a few steps to get there? Yeah, but we found it. It's you're depositing your barbershop money in your sister's account, and then your sister is transferring money to you. So, like, where is she getting the money? As somebody, let me tell you something. As somebody who used to work in banking and used to do this for a living, I want you to know that you ain't slick. The girls can find the money if they really want it. You ain't
Oh,
slick.
I'm sitting here like,
You are not slick. And the banks can do more than you realize. Let me just say that. So you are not slick. You're not
don't play
slick.
yourself.
Okay.
Basically, is what Kendra is saying.
I mean, if somebody wants it bad enough, like, and that's the thing, you have to be talking to somebody who wants the money bad enough to keep fighting for it. So, like, yeah, for somebody who doesn't either have the resources to keep fighting for the money or doesn't have the wherewithal or just don't feel like it, don't feel like exerting the energy or paying the lawyers to do it, then you get off. It's fine. But for the people who really want it, you ain't it's not as much, it's not as hard as you think to get to the money you think you're hiding so well. God bless you.
Well, damn. Well, as it relates to this new chain of events, like the Smiths, she has interviewed someone that was once a part of Kevin Hart's entourage or his team.
Yeah.
And now I guess, well, what I heard was that Sis tried to get him to give her $250,000 to keep the story under
I
wraps.
believe it. I
And I'm
believe it.
just like, why would you do this knowing that you already owe someone what, $4.3 million or 3.4? Always mix them up.
And here's the thing with her. It's just like, why? What like you are shooting yourself in the foot because now in a person like me, or a fan, I didn't really watch her channel. I never really heard of her all that much until the whole Cardi situation came up. Um, every single bad thing that somebody says about you, I'm like, I believe it.
I believe it now.
I believe it. Like you are shooting yourself in the foot in terms of your credibility or an ability to like gain a new audience because I like mess. I watch plenty of messy stuff online, but I would never like watch her stuff and be like, this is a credible person with some no, no, never, never, never. So yeah,
My
sure,
hope,
I guess.
my hope was that, and what I said on the shorts was that hopefully it comes out that whoever, because part of it was saying that It might have been like a person on behalf of Tasha doing the blackmailing, and they're using her name because they know right now she's the buzzword for like
Right.
an activity, so to speak, right? So and so with that, I was just kind of like, you know what? I'm gonna give her the benefit of the doubt. I'm gonna say, you know what, Tasha K ain't involved in this. I hope that's not the case. Sis ain't doing that to herself because that would be crazy.
You're
Knowing
being
that you already
generous.
owe, I'm saying, but you already owe someone 4 point or three, whatever the number is, right? Why would you put
Mhm.
yourself in a predicament to then another even huger celebrity at that, who's worth probably 10 times Cardi, right? Like, why would you put yourself in jeopardy to have to owe them money that you say you don't have? It don't make sense.
The other thing I think that she's doing differently, and this is probably what's going to shield her ultimately, is it's a different type of gossip and things that she's trafficking in versus what she did to Cardi.
Mm-hmm.
Those were very specific and very provable allegations, one way or the other, that she was saying about her having, an STD and all of these different things. Like that's stuff that's either fact or fiction.
Yeah.
And with these celebrities, like they don't have, it's not the same level of like, oh, you can't lie on them. Like you kind of can. You just can't be malicious and like extra terrible about it because there's already a certain level of, it's like a public interest exception to the rules
Mm-hmm.
essentially, where it's like if this person is of public interest, like the bar is just super high to prove, the defamation and all the things. So um I think she's gonna get away with it as long as she doesn't take the Cardi route where she's going on live every 32 seconds and saying more terrible things over and over and over again and contacting her directly and all the other crazy shit she was doing in that case. As long as she doesn't do that, I think she's okay. But it's like I just don't know why you would want to run the risk. Like,
That's what I'm
especially
saying.
with these AAA, super A, triple A list stars, like why would you want to run the risk? They have all the time in the world. And like I said, even if they file the suit and it's found to be dismissed on summary judgment, you still had to pay a lawyer to file the summary judgment motion.
Again, money that you allegedly do not have.
Like you still have to pay.
Doesn't make
You're still going to be out money. So is it worth it? I don't know. I don't know.
I'm just I don't know. I'm gonna go back and finish Stephanie WineNChill's live today because she gives us a breakdown of like this whole case and everything, and there's more
Yeah.
information that I missed. But
And
the
we'll link it
over
too. Um, and then since we're here talking about Tasha K, let's just talk about Cardi B. Apparently she is divorcing her that Offset again. I don't know. I don't know if this is actually going to go through this time. I don't know if she's really truly done. Apparently she was on live and one of her friends had to snatch her phone. Like, girl, enough.
it was
Um,
crazy. It was giving what was that? What was Nicki Minaj's radio? Something radio? It was giving that.
yeah, Queen Radio. Yeah.
Yes. Like
Yikes.
screaming on live about how horrible this man was to her.
I
So
will tell you this. I don't have an opinion on that because we'll see if it actually happens. They have broken up publicly more times than I can count. And that's on them. Like that's their marriage and, listen, that's none of my
again,
business. Um, but I fell down the most adorable rabbit hole of Offset and Culture. They are like obsessed with each other. And so on my YouTube, it was like a bunch of shorts of them just they are just obsessed with each other. And it is the cutest thing. It's like Wave will be there too, but those two are just like completely obsessed with each other and it's adorable.
oh, that's so cute. I'll have to see look into that. But yeah, I don't know.
Yeah,
Either way, my thought process is that I just want Cardi to be happy. Like
as well.
be at peace, do your thing, live your life. No more stress with celebrity gossip bloggers. And if it comes to pass with like cheating husbands, no more stress with that either. Like find the right lid to your pie. Because evidently that's not
Amen.
it.
Amen.
This is
So I think that's all we have on our list. You got anything else that's come across in the last 20 minutes?
mm-mm. So make sure that you all like, comment, and subscribe. Put some answers to the questions that I posed and that we posed down in the comments for us, please.
Yes.
And we'll see you in the next one.
Bye.
Bye.